and the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown lesson.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Hey, right about y'all, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, we live, we lit. We're gonna be live tomorrow with Chief Broad Hayes tomorrow in the building, 9 o'clock. We got surprise tapes dropping. We got like a whole bunch of tapes on the AI dropping. Stay tuned. Hey, but we brought you here today to talk to you about what's going on in Jamaica, man. They get hit pretty good in Jamaica. They running and taking cover. Now some of the, cause we gotta talk like, hey, we gotta talk a certain way, but y'all hopefully y'all get it, right? We gotta talk certain ways, you know. Everything gotta be allegedly. The truth gotta be muffled. The truth gotta have a disclaimer. You gotta put a disclaimer on the truth. But if you tell the lie, you can tell it outright. You can tell a lie outright. You know what I'm saying? You can tell a lie outright, but the truth gotta have a disclaimer on. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. So, yeah, this is that disclaimer on the truth. It's sad, boy. But just like in Revelation chapter 14, we're spreading that gospel. What is that gospel? Because it was an angel. That angel is the angel Michael, Malachi, right? Who comes with that message, that truth, that right knowledge, that message of right sound, right, and reasoning. And so the truth is going out. They can't say nothing on TV no more that don't sound right, and then we can't reason with it, because you're dealing with, because Malachi started a ripple effect. Dr. Malachi Z. York, man. Dr. Malachi Z. York started a ripple effect. I'm telling you, man. A lot of people don't even go understand this. Hold on, make sure my damn charger on. A lot of people ain't gonna understand what Doc did. He started another wave of a different type of thinkers. A whole nother wave of a different type of thinkers. Then that wave of thinkers spawned a whole nother wave of different type of thinkers. And pretty much that system or that mechanism that he set forward is pretty much why their system is coming to an end right now. That angel that had that right knowledge, that started the pebble rolling, and boom. Now everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying what Malachi was saying in 1970. Right? Everybody's saying it now. But back then he was saying it in 1970. He used to say that I sound crazy right now, by myself, but eventually all this stuff is gonna come out. And so now all the stuff is out. America's falling, Mystery Babylon, all that is coming down, and we at that point. So I just wanted to make that clear. Now, what you're seeing in Jamaica, the conspiracy, I gotta say it like this: the conspiracy theories, they suggest that it could be some H project Operation Operation Melissa, controlled by certain dark forces who control the H project that alters the weather. And this could be a weaponized mechanism to set up this new smart city, because it's on record right now that they're trying to set up this type of smart city in Jamaica. The 2030 smart, they're trying to set up all these 2030 smart cities. Remember the operation when they use the direct energy weapons allegedly on certain people, on certain areas in California, so they can run this new smart train and set up these new smart cities in LA. Same thing happened. I think it was Nigeria not too long ago, a couple months ago back. A whole a village. It's like a mall village where these people go and set up shop and sell and trade and bargain what they grow or what they make, and that's how they make their living, right? And this place was burned to the ground, burned completely to the ground. Why? Because plans came out prior to that they wanted to turn that area into a smart market, and just so happened the guys who came to put the fire out, their fire truck was full of gasoline instead of water. Coincidence, conspiracy, whatever you want to call it. But how's the fire truck that comes to put these guys out full of the high octane diesel? You know what I'm saying? And you know about high octane diesel, some of it it burns. It burns slow. Diesel burns slow. Diesel burns slower than regular gas. I'm telling you, man. So certain boots on the ground and certain activists and people who are fighting against the colonizers, because everybody, you gotta keep in mind, this is not a one thing. The whole planet is fighting. Every continent is fighting against off-world colonizers. Jamaica, Cuba, Africa, right? Because we're dealing with going back to the South African apartheid, where they set Mandela up. Really, they didn't set Mandela up. Mandela really was doing a lot of stuff they said he was doing, but he was fighting against the colonizers, right? Same thing. Mandela is in the same situation with Jeff Ford on his land in Africa. Mandela is in the same effect as Jeff Ford fighting for his people, for against the colonizers in a subliminal way. Same thing with Larry Hoover, Dr. Malachi Z. York. Dr. Malachi Z. York, like I say, it's a whole nother ball game, because Malachi ended them. Jeff Ford, he played his part. Everybody had their part, but like I say, Malachi ended them as far as the mental war go. He started the ripple effect, and I'm telling you, man, that ripple effect is now where now everybody online, little kids, all the way to old folks, is saying, "No, man, this is ancient Kemet, or this is Tamari, or we are this or we are that," right? I'm telling you, man. The ripple effect is happening. So, like I said, people believe that all of these storms is staged to set up the smart city. Just look up the places where all they set up these smart cities, and then you'll look at a major flood happens there, or a major earthquake, or a major hurricane, right? These different things. In these areas where they had plans 8 months prior, 90 days prior to that, they had plans. We want to build a smart city here, and so now boom, Jamaica, Pacific areas get hit that are vacational areas, and they are connected to the major cruise lines. They might try to shadow ban this tape because they know what was happening. Because a lot of the stuff I be saying, it be the ancestors talking, and I got to go back and listen to it. They be talking through me, telling because they can see it. They got the access to the records. Yeah, Hawaii, same thing. Hey, shout out that boy 777 OG. Hey, it's 777 OG. The same thing happened in Hawaii with the fires, right? With the fires, right? So if you notice, we're getting a lot of these natural, all of a sudden, alleged natural disasters, freak accidents, and it's happened a while back. Now, keep in mind, the technology that they about to get ready to roll out, okay, with the smart cities and all that, right? But it's also about more control, more chips, more watching you, more monitoring, more security, more natural, national security, right? Excuse me. Right? It's more about more national security. But what I'm getting into is they finna get ready to roll out a whole bunch of technology because the extraterrestrials are already forcing them to do it. But they want control over the people. They want control over the population so that they can compartmentalize the technology. But that ain't how it's gonna work. That ain't how they trying to do it. They trying to do it in a subliminal, slick way where they still have control. But that ain't how the extraterrestrials want them to do it. So what happens is when in like the 1920s they reset us. A group of extraterrestrials called the Aldebarans, who are hybrid extraterrestrials working for the Dragon reptilians, and that's how you get the Germans, the Rothschilds, all these guys, right? And these guys sabotage our planet and sabotage our technology to throw us back, pretty much, and try to throw us back into caveman days, right? And so, and then they confiscated all our technologies, and then they set up a thing called a patent office, where this one group called the Jesuit Society, or not the Jesuits. The Jesuits connected, but they call the Jason Society, and they control a military complex. Well, you gotta get a patent, you gotta go through them. And like I said, if they like the patent, or if they don't want you to put it out of it, it's something that's hot, they take it in and say you can't patent it. There's a lot of guys that got their patent took by these guys, these all of the Jason Society. But they burned and did the same. They did all these fake natural disasters to set us back from the technology that we already had in the ancient Tartaria system, right? Which was a system of technology, the same system that built the mother plane in the 1920s before they tore all of our set us back. We put that mother plane up there for a safety, like a kind of like a safety deposit box. The Tortorians put the mother plane up for a safety deposit box, right? I'm telling you. So the burning down and all that stuff. This is the taking place. It's taking place now again, but except with it's the burning taking place, but it's taking place with floods, all that, right? Again, because now we're gonna go back into that technology phase where we had free energy, but they gonna give out free energy, but this is the elite plan. We're gonna have free energy. We've been had free energy before they came, right? They just compartmentalize it and hid it, right? But what they want to do is they're gonna give out the free energy, but they want to give you a certain amount of pay every month. They call it a universal pay. They want to give you a universal pay where if they don't like you, you make $35 a month and you survive off of that. But if you're a normal guy, a normal bot, if you're a normal bot in the system, they give you enough a set amount pay every month to survive on, and everything is free. And that extra money you get, and you only can get they put you in a cage called a 5-mile radius. That means you can't go 5 miles outside of your house. Everything you do, you got to be in the 5-mile radius. And then every now and then, if they approve of you to go any other place, they got to do all kind of checks on you, vaccinations and all this. Yeah, that's the part of that game they trying to set up, but their world is over with. But So all the burning you see, they want to bring back in this technology, but some people don't want to sell their land. Or some people don't want to move off their land. So they gonna say, oh, we're gonna burn it down or flood them out, the same tactic. And then in these cities, what they'll do is make it start building cashless cities. This is they plan to start building cashless cities, and then start saying, "Oh, we don't take money here. We don't take physical money," and boom, pretty much get rid of money. And they hoping to have all this running by 2027. Excuse me. In the meanwhile, they built in Texas. They building this big old data bank. They building this big old. It's like acres of this supercomputers data. It's something like somebody driving in the chat what it's called. They building it in Texas right now. It's a huge center that's gonna be housing all of the national security, all of the national ID information, pretty much all the information about everybody inside of this computer, and they pretty much gonna control pretty much. If you go watch my tape I put out called Global Elite Plan for 20 last protocol for 2030, is that center is going to be the controls mechanism for all the chips and that they're going to try to chip everybody with. It's going to control all the new monetary system, which is going to be an electronic monetary system dealing with the quantum mechanics, right? That they got from Astro Command in 1954 with Eisenhower. They're going to roll it all the way out, but they want to control it. The elites really lose power with the new system, right? But their ideology is we gotta control. We gotta roll this system out ourselves and have control over it. But that's not gonna work for the people that's not gonna work for the people that's in charge, and it's not gonna work because too many minds are aware of their sabotage and their Luciferian agenda. Too many people aware of it, and we saying hell no. Y'all can't do that. You can't do this no more. What you've been doing, that you've been keeping a secret for a long time, and then once the internet came out, they started getting exposed. I'm telling you, man. So just keep in mind, they kicking and screaming and howling. They trying to get ready for all their rituals. Hakeem, they trying to get ready for all their rituals on Halloween because they do these blood sacrifices where they kidnap homeless people. So if anybody that's homeless is listening, be cool on go to a certain place, somebody that you could trust. Go hang out around some people that know you, and keep an eye on your whereabouts, because they do rituals where they kidnap people starting tomorrow, really start tonight. They start kidnapping these homeless people and acting like they're gonna take them to go get food and help them, and then they take them to these places, feed them, give them a shower, clean them up, and then they sacrifice them and drink their blood. That's who these guys are, man. So if you homeless and you listening, man, be careful on Halloween. Keep your head on a swivel. Right, keep your blade and some mace. You at least can have a pocket knife and mace. That don't cost much. Me, I'm a warrior, so I always keep a weapon. Warriors always got weapons. Me, I'm a trained combat killer, so I got more than one weapon. We got more than one option. We keep more than one option. You know what I'm saying? Right? So keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. We're at war, and we've been at war since 1933, since they filed the Emergency Banking Relieving Act again and made the American people the enemy. So you're not in Kansas anymore. You was in Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore. Right? You on Pandora. We didn't open up. They've been in to open up Pandora's box a long time ago. And by opening that box is their own bring about of their own end. I'm telling you, man. The opening Pandora box brings their end. I'm telling you, man. That's what they seen when they opened up, when they got the looking glass, Operation Looking Glass, we got that on the video side. We got a tape on that. When they looked into that glass, they seen their end. That's why they got mad and said, "Oh, we don't want to mess with it no more. Oh, we don't want. That's not. It's a false reality." And it no matter how many people they hooked up to it, it came to the same conclusion that after when 6,000 years is up, your time is up. Just like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, right? And every time they would go and try to figure out the configurations of the end scenario of their world, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad face to pop up, and he said, "Yeah, you had 6,000 years as rule. The rule, yeah, your time is up." And then it says, I remember Elijah Muhammad saying, he said, the minute hand is on 6, and the hour hand is on 6, and you can't go over the 7. Your time is up. Your day is done, and God is after you when your time is up. I'm telling you, man, the devil about to go extinct. The new devil, because we ain't fighting against the old devil. We've been fighting against the new devil. Because remember, they said the old devil in the Revelation, they said the old devil. So if it's an old one, then it must be a new one. Because in order to make reference to something old, you got to have something new. Which brings me back to the school of alchemy and the school of mere information. Shout out Mark Brady, my teacher, my master teacher, Mark Brady. Atun Ray. And he taught us that anything that stands in representation of a thing is that thing. Meaning I can have a gold chain on right now. It could be a fake gold chain, but if I don't never tell you it's a fake gold chain, you will assume that it's gold. So if it stands in representation of gold, then it is gold. And because it's all real. You know what real is, right? REEL. REAL, both the same thing, because everything is being translated into the brain as electromagnetic frequencies, interpreted by the pineal gland and brought to the image in your mind, or what you call thought. So anything that stands in representation of a thing is that thing. So if a jacker that don't know you see you with a big old fake gold, a big gold chain on, and to him it look real, he'll rob you for it, thinking that it's real, but it might not be real. But it stands in representation of gold, so therefore it is gold. So hey, come up off that, bro. Come up off that. You know what I'm saying? Run that chain. Where I'm from, they make niggas run their chain and their shoes just for good measures. They make you run your shoes too, man. Don't have a good pair of shoes with that chain now. Huh? We don't care what size it is. They might jack them just for the hell of it and then throw them on the power line. They notorious for throwing, fool's gold, right? Because it might not be real gold, but it's real something, real brass, real silver, real something. REEL though. Because in your mind, in the jacker's mind, he viewed it, because a view is real. A view is real. You hear how they play games with these words? They try to lock you into some false paradigm. Oh, that ain't real. If you looking at it and then you seeing it, then it's real. I'm telling you, man. If you're looking at it and you seeing it and you interpreting it as gold, then it's real. I'm telling you, man. It looked like gold. It is gold in the jacker's mind. And so with that being said, anything that stands a representation of a thing is that thing. So that's why in alchemy, you can put, when you setting up an alchemical equation, you can put certain things to stand in representation of things. Like, I remember certain alchemists, they use, like, for a burning building, they'll put a cigar, and then they light the cigar, and the cigar burning down with the ashes falling is a representation of that building coming down. So it's like that type of thing. All my alchemists that's on my weird wizards, because we going into Halloween, that's what we talking wizardry and alchemy. So all my weird wizards and warlocks and alchemists, right? We like warlocks, but the good warlocks, not the ones that's fighting with the Luciferians. We fight like the ones that's fighting with Mikael, the warlocks that's fighting with Mikael. right? And because we warlocks that fight with Mikael, and they had to pick a certain group of us that when we see the face of them, because these people we fighting against, they real ugly. They can look pretty on the outside, but on the inside they real ugly. I'm talking about grimy and slimy. These guys we fighting against, and so that type, but being that who I am, that type of slimy and grimy don't creep me out. So I guess that's why Mikael picked me. I can walk right up to a slimy, grimy guy and one of them slimy, grimy ones, and that'll just give me more motivation to chop his head off. Because it's like I got this urge to chop somebody's head off, but I don't want to chop nobody's head off for no reason. But if I got a good reason to do it, hey man, that's like fun to me. So I guess that's what Mikael did. But Mikael picked certain groups of people to come and fight with him. You know what I'm saying? Slimy and grimy don't creep me out. I'm a Gothic that don't creep me out. None of it. Nothing about Lucifer creeps me out for some reason. I done read the Luciferian books. I done studied all that witchcraft stuff. Like none of it creeped me out. It's like some of it's comic to me. You know, it's like man-made ideologies of their own evil sadistic ideologies. Hakeem, come on, calm down, brother. Yeah, so we already won in the last war was the mental war. And Doc really pissed him off, which is why they gave him so much time and really don't want to let him out, because he pretty much ended the war. He didn't end the war. Well, he did end it. He ended it when he started that pebble. Because now everybody know the gospel. The gospel, you know what the gospel is? When somebody spread gossip, when somebody spread gossip about you, that gospel could be true. Right? So the gospel has been spread about United States Corporation, that they are fraud, that they're jackers, that they're colonizers, that they're planet poachers, that they're free grazing out Turtle Island, Big Mama's land. I'll tell you. And they only had 10 by 10 square miles to do this from, by the way. But they had to from that 10 by 10 square miles, they had to utilize steal the minds of the people through TV and through their clergies. Who are their clergies? They're preachers and they're teachers. All under the signed up for the Pope's deals and the Rockefeller deals. The teachers signed up for Pope, the teachers and doctors signed up for the Rockefeller deal. Right? The Rockefeller degree. Meaning that if you got to do what we tell you, if you go outside of that, we'll still take it back from you and you'll be out washing cars for a living. It's the type of guys you're dealing with. And then on the other hand, you're dealing with the Pope and his clergy say, yeah, we'll cut you a tax break and keep fattening you up as long as you tell them Jesus died and that you'll get your pie in the sky and love your master and just calm down. We are somebody. Well, who are we? Well, we black and we proud. Well, what's black? Well, we black. Black is powerful. Black power. That's who these guys. That's who these guys. And they rolled us around. And then you got people like Al Sharpton who comes out and admits that he's a rat. We don't deal with rats. Al Sharpton's a rat. He wrote a book about being a rat. And then he pops up on the land and try to with a toupee in his with a wire in his toupee and try to frame Dr. Malachi Z. York. Don't believe me? Go pull up the damn pictures. And you put it together. Go pull up pictures of Dr. Malachi Z. York walking with Al Sharpton on the land, I think it was. And Al Sharpton is a known rat, a known FBI for setting guys up. I'm telling you, man. Working with the COINTELPRO operations. So you put it together. I ain't got to put it together for you. We ain't got to beat none of this over your head. And whoever else you seen Al Sharpton with, I bet they went that was big and powerful that wouldn't want to follow the government, the root their program that they set up for us. They got iced out, locked up, or murdered, just like everybody else that they didn't like. Yeah, Jesse too. Jesse was in on he the one that agitated the feds to go rush the Martin Luther King assassination, allegedly. And the guy that came out and told what happened about the no time guys, he slipped up and said, "Oh yeah, I moved out the way." And then that's what no, that was to get a signal for the shots to fire off. He just so happened to die a couple weeks later, a month later, for slipping up and saying it. But Jesse Jackson was part of the no tie guys. The no tie guys were all working with the feds. All this came out, man. Martin Luther King family already won a lawsuit against the United States courts for over $300 million. And then so happened right after that, somebody kills his wife, I think, or his son, or somebody. Sit down. Right after that. So it's a never-ending conspiracy theory. It ain't no theory no more. It's a never-ending conspiracy. It's all tied in and conspired in together. It ain't no theories. Ain't none of this shit theories no more, really. This is stuff that everybody know. They don't want us. Malachi's in jail because they didn't want us to get to this point. The point that we know, hey, this is our land. Noble Drew Ali got killed because of that. He didn't want us to get to this point. This is our land. Jeff Ford in jail pretty much for the same thing. Larry Hoover's in jail because he could have militarized us and got us all on one mind, one accord, and that was a problem. Got all the gangsters, all the real killers, all the real guerrillas on the same level, and that was a problem for them. And that same problem was with Tookie Williams. He could have did the same thing. Could have militarized a whole bunch of group of muscle-bound Crips, or Raymond Washington, the same thing. And Fred P. Hampton, the same thing. The same thing. So at this point, like Farrakhan told them, y'all ain't killing no more of our prophets. And when Farrakhan told them that, they came out with a new way to kill you. Make it look like a natural cause. Make him die from cancer. Make him die from a heart attack, a brain tumor. Mighty funny, everybody that worked on OJ trial that didn't want to get down came up dying the same way. Johnny Cochran and the Rob Kardashian dude. So we on to the conspiracies. They can't even put that shit up. They can't even put no more of this shit on TV because people catching on to it right then and exposing it. Oh, that's AI. Oh, that's this or that. Like it's like 2,000 people that expose them soon as they put it out. And I think, you know what I think it is? I know what it is. They outdated. They system is outdated. Their mechanisms, all their schemes and scams is outdated. You can't run the same scams over and over again on the people because they're gonna say, "Oh, well, that's a scam," right? Like the Captain Kirk thing where they use the hologram on us, man. Try to gain sympathy from the American people. For what? Sympathy for what? So they can go help Israel. It's like this. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even say that. But man, the devil time is up. That's like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad predicted. So he can get mad, he can kick. Even the young pale mans, the young pale people, they don't even hate. They can't even hate us no more. Even after what they old ancestors tried to keep that going, and so you don't both like this guy because of his skin. They can't even get with it no more. Kids don't know that. Right now at the school, right now at the school, all them kids play with each other. White kids, Chinese, everybody. They don't know nothing about no, oh, I'm supposed to like him because he's black or whatever. And we technically ain't none of these things. But the kids don't know that. So somebody had to teach them that. Somebody had to. So whatever grown up that's wanting to teach a kid to be racist, that grown up, his time is up. Those grown ups' times is up. It's time for them to get going out. The Aquarius is up. The Aquarius is in, and that Piscean yin and yang, black against white, black and white checkerboard flow. The two sides of the mirror. That's going out. Cause it ain't no duality. This is reality. Reality is it's always three. It's always been three. Never been two. They tried to lock you, the Masons, mothers and sons, the bad ones, tried to lock you onto the checkerboard. Good versus bad, yin and yang. When there's more than it's always three. It's always been three in this whole time. That's why we was missing the bullseye, because we thought it was two when it was three. James Brown changed the game. James Brown. No, everybody was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you talking about music, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what they call a beat, right? You got half beats, quarter beats, all this right in music for the people that know music. But James Brown came with the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Drop it on the one, and that's what generated things like super bad. I'm super bad. Dun, 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 dun. I'm playing on the 3. So all we gotta do to win this war, right? Because Doc used to say this. He used to say, we gonna win this war. Why? Because we can dance and they can't, right? And so in order to win this war, I can't turn that phone down. In order to win this war, all we gotta do is get back on beat. Stay on beat. All we gotta do is stay on beat. That's why he tried to get rid of the drum. And he want to bring in this Catholic with these bagpipes. And the bagpipe is really one of our inventions anyway. Tahuti invented the bagpipe, but we'll get into that's another story. But they want to keep us off beat, off rhythm. That's why they make us work a certain amount of hours. They wake us up in the middle of the night with all these alarms and all these different things. They give us bad food. All this is to keep us off beat. The music is some of the music is half of the music is off beat. It's retarded music. I'm telling you, man. Go back and listen to the old music versus the new music. The digital music is to keep you off beat and put you into a synthetic reality. That's why a lot of brothers going back to playing all they shit live, man. The live instruments, the drum. That's why a lot of people like the church. They like the church because church had all the live instruments. It wasn't church had the lot. My favorite part about church was the band. That's why I like to go in church. The band. I want to hear what the choir gonna sing, right? And so that live instruments did something to me. It made going to church fun. We used to even mimic my cousin. We used to be in the crowd, mimic my cousin with the drumsticks. We used to create our own little drumsticks as kids out of the clothes hanger things and act like we copying him. It was lit, right? So they tried to reset us and to beat us because they got to keep us on off time and on their time because they off beat. And so they got to keep us on their time rhythm in order to beat us. You hear it? In order to beat us, they got to keep us off beat. But if we get back on beat, ain't no way to beat us. Because we can dance. And they can't. I'm telling you, man. It's called a groove. Tahuti called it a groove. Hey, I asked Tahuti, because I always go to Tahuti when I need help, right? I said, Tahuti, man, how do I do this? And he said, well, have somebody else already did it? And I said, yeah, somebody else already did it. He said, well, how did they do it? I said, then he said, I said, oh, okay. And he said, well, do it just like they did it. If they already did it and did it work, that's what he said. He said, have somebody else already did it? I said, yeah. He said, did it work? I said, yeah. He said, well, do it just like they did it. That's the hoodie, man. The hoodie said it worked. If they did it and it already worked, do it just like they did it. It goes to say, if something broke, hey, Harold, calm down. If something broke, something ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, it don't need fixing. We're about to get up out of here, man. They here to make a lot of noise. Appreciate y'all. One love, one heart. We'll be live tomorrow, man. Radu.